Hey, that's not your food. That's not your food. Look at him. Good morning, everyone. Hey, hey, you're already fed. Look at this, you guys. This is a new one, as far as I know. Or I just noticed it. This is what happens around here when you got horses and donkeys. Oh, here he comes. Most likely the culprit right there. Huh? What you do? What happened? I better get over to the barn with the dog. They like to chase each other. There's Sage. There's Sage. Yep. So now we got this. Oh, I already see something over there. Beautiful truck, not ours, sitting here. I always say, hey, I'm not taking responsibility for your stuff left here. And it probably would be better if I moved that up to the B side. This is just, oh, looks like, I'm coming, Pearly. Look at this, you guys. One of the piggies moved this board here. I'll have to take care of that later, though. I think I can open it. Yeah, I can. Come on. Gus, Gus. Good boy. I gotta make sure I close this up. You go. Oz, you can stay out. Hey. Hi, Pearly. Good morning. Pearly stays in the barn most of the time. There. This way a little bit. You guys can see. Alright, let's see now. This first. So yeah, you have kind of a everything roams free kind of environment. You got enough. Woo, it's hot. Humid. Sun's not out really yet, but humid. And they're all cruising around doing their thing. You gotta expect things to happen. And I said, we have people sometimes parking their cars up by the gate. Go get them this and that, or they walk in. They enjoy that. There's a little less of possibility for damage on their cars. We used to, though now our garage needs a good cleaning. Pull in at least one vehicle if necessary. And but again, so what should I do? Okay. I've always owned old cars. I've never had a new car. Never, not once. And I'm glad for it, because so many times things would happen where I could, okay, well, fender benders, this and that, and sometimes it just happens, right? That doesn't mean one has to tear down a person's life or take the maximum advantage now of someone, right? I remember I was at the gas station with our VW camper van. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what a great car that was. Had it for, sheesh, it was so old already, and had it for I don't know how long. And the kids eventually, I let the kids paint on the sides, this, that. Everybody knew who we were in town. It's kind of funny. So, we were at the gas station, and all the kids in the car, and a friend, and her kids, and I come back out from having, at that time, you had to go in and pay. Go in and pay and come back out. And there's this lady standing there just going, oh my gosh. I'm going, what? She says, I just swiped the whole side of your car. by trying to get past, you know, there between two or something. And I said, oh, really? I said, let me have a look. So I looked, you know, I'm going, oh, well, it kind of just adds to the paint job here the car already has. I don't see no light broken or anything, so there was a dent on the back, you know, which, okay, just another dent, you know, okay. The car was still in pretty good shape, but I wasn't going to sell that thing for, what, $100,000 when I was done with it, which it ended up, the motor froze up on it because of oil leak that, yeah, I mentioned, you know, to, you know who, and it just never got took care of, so, but at that time I was worried I was going to lose the kids through the floor eventually because you could see everywhere on the outside, on the inside, where the floor was attached, and there were all these little holes. So I told this lady, I said, if you're good, I'm good. And she's like, what? I said, if you're good, I'm good. I'm not, I've got a whole bunch of people here with me. I'm not going to wait for police or this or that. And I said, I'm not, it's fine. And she's just like, she couldn't believe it. It was like, I mean, here, her world was just, oh my gosh, what did I just do, you know? Nice lady, waited. She could have just drove off. I probably wouldn't even noticed. Anyway, so there you go, right? Yeah. Man, Bo sure is doing a number here with his mat. He has a mat in here that is good for his feet. It's a little softer than the concrete, which I'm glad we did that. I've seen barns, dirt barns, and they're fine too, but you have to really stay on top of the dirt barn and not get lazy cleaning it up because, holy cannoli. Well, anyway, so there it is, and so around here, when you come to visit us, either you park your car with, okay, with where, and I'm not saying people have to expect damage. It doesn't happen often, but it happens. So you never know if it's going to happen to you. So, best thing, be prepared. Well, I said there's many different places here people can park their cars. They don't have to do it right down here, where when the horses come home, what do? Well, of course, they all flock around the home. And all the cars are at the home. Yes. Anyway, I just saw that this morning. I thought, oh, interesting. Here we go. And, let's see. I'm not too bad today. Pull that in a little bit. There. And I thought on how many disputes, a lot of unhappiness, and I don't know what, all starts by you broke something of mine, right? You broke something of mine. And even if it's an accident, it's people immediately become unhappy. Now, I think there's a difference between borrowing something, a tool or whatever, and then bring it back broken. Okay, that's not acceptable, I think. Also, when you borrow something from someone, then you make sure that you take better care of someone else's place or this or that than of your own stuff. So again, I found that kind of talking about how when you live with other people, which we do here too. When you live with other people, when you visit other people, when you borrow people's stuff, when you live in an apartment that you rent or a house that you rent, what is your behavior? I just said before, right? We get all bent out of shape when our stuff gets damaged, right? If that car, which by the way is not mine, but I happen to know, they're going to look and say, well, we knew what we got ourselves into with the car that we gave you to use, right? And I didn't want it. I mean, I was happy for it, but I didn't ask for it. So it's like, well, okay. Again, as long as you know, well, anywho. And I took good care of it, but that dent I don't think was there. So anywho. But what I found is that people again have that's always spoiled people, spoiled civilizations, okay? Too many people maybe on top of each other or something. But as I said, where do I live? And it happens here. Okay. So we get all upset, right? When something gets done to anything that belongs to ourselves. But how do we treat other people's things, right? I have seen people who rent homes, apartments or houses, just because it wasn't theirs, that just made a dump out of it, okay? And then sure enough, suddenly the rent wasn't on time. That wasn't paid. Okay, but not only. Then when you have animals, say in someone else's a home that belongs to someone else, then you have to be extra vigilant, right? Yes? Okay. Well, otherwise on your own home. There's that possibility, right? But then I've also seen, so that's more common. When someone moves out somewhere, that the landlord goes and looks and just goes, oh, can't believe this. How did they leave all this? And then people get all huffy and puffy when their deposit, right, is being used to, and even go to court. Going, hey, if you would have left that place in the tip-top shape that most likely you found it, got it, not everyone, I get that too, but then you wouldn't be in the position that you're in now. All being huffy and puffy over your deposit you're not getting back because the landlord says, have you seen the apartment? How am I going to rent that out like that? I need that deposit to fix it back up. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And yet, yes. Okay. So there is that. But I also have to say, we have rented to people, they were there free, and they took amazing care of the place they were in. They definitely didn't, they left it in much better condition than when they moved in. But as I said, they didn't pay rent. So then there's that. So I guess, again, what kind of person comes down to what kind of person are you? And on how do you, number one, protect what is yours, even when you're somewhere else, like a car around here, right? I'd be looking at the situation if I show up with a brand new car here, which, by the way, two of my daughters often, okay, one of them now, she's not here, but one of them, she won't even come down here with her, brand new cars and stuff. She just parks it up by the gate because, yeah, it's not likely that the horses are going to get in a cluster right around her car like they could do here, right? And dent it by accident or something, right? Yes. So she thinks ahead, goes, yeah, well, no, and enjoys the walk. Anywho, so there's that, right? Taking responsibility. rather than get huffy and puffy with people, right, after the fact. And this is something I see happening with the news as well. Everybody gets huffy and puffy after the fact. Not just the way, I mean, these news stations, they're just, look, they don't really care about the news. We all know that. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about the news. They care about, okay, what headline, right, will suck people in to click, right? And then, yeah, what will they listen to? It's not easy, right? So, right. I mean, dear me, not just regular news, that'd just be too boring. Absolutely too boring. So, which brings me to a post that I saw, and I had just started laughing. I mean, I couldn't help myself. That was... Alright, so there is this pastor somewhere, and he supposedly got robbed on the pulpit, literally on the pulpit, of $1 million worth of jewelry. A pastor, a reverend pastor. Oh, Madison. Oh my gosh, what happened? You guys want to see something funny? Hi, Gus. Gus just redefined our sawdust pile. Gus, what happened? What did you do? I got sawdust all out here, everywhere. Maddie's covered. Look at your nose. Oh my gosh, this is too fun. Yeah, so again, now, who the heck walks around in $1 million worth of jewelry? Oh, unless you're, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not getting this one. Okay, so, what's that funny one? A pastor. Wow, he must be really loved, right? Yes, yeah. But was he just humbled in a way? What kind of job does he have, right? So what should he do? Should he really go after the suspect? Well, I mean, or should he just say, you know what? I think I was just taught a lesson as a pastor, as a reverend. I think I need to let this go. No arrests were made, by the way. So they know who it is, so probably could recover it, or, as I said, right in front of I don't know who, this, oh, maybe he was alone, just practicing. What the heck's he doing practicing having $1 million worth of jewelry on him? Okay, I'm just saying, okay? So it's like, what? What a weird story, right? Yeah. But, is he really taking $1 million and he's a pastor? Well, you know, just because you're a pastor doesn't mean $1 million. You're called to preach God's word. And you walk around with $1 million worth of jewelry, just jewelry, on yourself. People, there's something not right there. Right there. But again, this is character. One could call this a character education. Whoops, he doesn't really need it. Video this morning. What kind of character do you have? Do you have a character that has been trained, brainwashed by all them videos out there where you can get rich, how to start your business, and then how to basically scam people? Oh, not everybody. No? Of course, not everybody. But these self-help videos on how to get rich quick. How do you get rich quick? There's only one way to get rich quick. You have a plan on scamming people. You have a plan on selling them something they don't need. But they're going to want it. So how am I going to fix it? How they're going to want it? Right? Yes? Yeah. Fads, trends, right? They're not necessary. None of them. Yeah. So again, what I'm trying to say here with all this is, kind of reflect on your own character. What is your own character and how would you deal with certain situations? Around here, if things would get stolen, okay, which they never have and they never will because someone's always here, and to get past all them dogs, it's just not going to happen. Yeah, and they're not all locked up like Gus right now because he's, and Gus probably would be the friendliest at this time, but not the other ones. Right? If there's nobody here, which, as I said, there's never nobody here. So, hey, get out of here. Quit it. What are you looking for? Ah, Gus. Gus, I got sawdust everywhere here now. Woo! In the apples. Sawdust in the apples. And then, of course, I talked about bullying yesterday again. My goodness sakes, Gus. I have to dump this whole thing out. There we go. Oh, sheesh. I talked about the bullying. So then, you look at this, okay, how do I deal with certain situations? So, if anything would get stolen, and things happen, okay, things have disappeared. I don't think they got stolen, they just never returned. And then, some things got broken, this and that, then you just remember the person going, well, not, next time they can say, hey, can I buy something? No, not until this gets fixed, right? Which probably not already have it fixed, but... No, you cost us too much when you borrow things. It's okay to tell people that. That's how you teach too, don't you? Yes. Okay, so I've done this in the past. I've had, not here, but in the city, things would get stolen. Sometimes we could, found it again or this or that. Most of the times not. And I've got money stolen by children, other children that came to visit our house, and certain other things, And I just let it go. Said, well, I'm not going to be a part of that sin of yours. Just take it. It's all right. Just take it. And, it's one of those, again, when people steal, right, from other people, the other people, that people steal from, in a way I also feel just like with this pastor, who's getting the lesson here? Right? What did I not do that made this possible? Now, I can't remember the last time. As I say, here, gosh, I can't think of anyone stealing anything from me. Can't think of it. That's pretty cool. But in the city it was a little different, but yet. Then I always pray that whoever took it needed it more than I did, right? And you always hope it's for the sake of a child, or right? Rather than drugs and alcohol and all that. Kind of sad, you think. You have to think that way. But to let it go. So, then of course, also should we let everything go? Like we're being kind of taught right now. Burley, you want me to scoop you up? Huh? What is it? You're not going to give up the pie? I need some of it. I could get from over here. Still not moving. Stay open. Character. So, a lot of times now in the comments when anything happens, okay, which you know, it has to do with crime, this, that. The comments have become very obvious and the same regarding most of the same. Bo, by the way, is getting fat. So I think I'm going to have to start slowing down a little on the hay. I don't want him to get too heavy, but he's definitely gained weight since I got back, which is good. He was a little on the skinny, not skinny, but I wanted him to have a little more on his ribs than he had. It happens. Old horses, he's 39. Old horses are just like old people. Anyway, things change. Okay. So there it is. And I think, and it's literally, again, who are you being brainwashed by, right? That now suddenly, right? Oh, yeah, we already know. Okay, Oh, they're not showing the suspect. Well, then we already know, right? We're literally, though we're against it, the step we have fallen into the trap of persecuting and judging, and though, right, you say, well, what do I have to do with any of it, right? Like I mentioned yesterday, when you move into certain neighborhoods as a certain color, you have to, that's like people tell you, what, are you crazy? You're going to get killed. Well, why? I didn't do anything. Well, you're still going to get killed. But when other certain people move into other certain neighborhoods, everything's fine. Don't worry about getting killed. So right there, that needs to be regarded. And yeah, sadly we also have come across a insurance fraud dude and his wife around here. He's passed now, rest in peace, hopefully. And they blatantly lied. But because there were two people, and in our car there's only one person, guess what? Then we found out later, again, that's when it's good to know the laws. On little streets here, or the mountain roads here, county roads, there is a no-fault law. We could have applied that. I'm not sure why our insurance guy didn't, right? Yes? But he let these people get away with fraud. Okay, so be it. But we have good insurance, for that matter. Didn't really solve the damage to our quote or whatever, wasn't really applicable. So there. But someone unlawfully made over $25,000 off of us. Whoa. Right? That's why it is good to know when you see certain things, you go, oh, what bill is that? I'm going to go read up on it exactly. What amendment is that? I'm going to go and read up on it exactly. Before you form an opinion or form a comment. Kind of goes down to, we look at people, oh, this is a very smart, intelligent person. Well, that one's alone. Okay. But really, when it comes down to it, how shallow is your character and how deep does your character run? Right? Yes? I think that's what it is. Okay, I'm going to let the guys in. I'm ready. We've got Oh, I see. There you are. I've been hearing this one. They don't really build nests here in the barn, which is really amazing. I'm a bit flabbergasted over that. As soon as I turn the fan on, they don't like that. So, all right, let's let the crew in. Oh, wait. Come here, Gus. He's been getting so good. Come here. He said, okay, I know. You good boy. Come here. If I'm a good boy, he's figured that out. If I'm a good boy, I get to go to the barn, and then I get to go run. Guys ready? Yeah. Maddie can hardly see anymore. Watch out. But she's still getting around pretty good. She's loaded with sawdust right now. Oh. Don't. That's not your stove. He's weaving in here. Oh. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's like a drunk who's like, oh, God. Whoa. All right. Early. Character assessment. Well, but we have all these laws, right? We have all these laws that give us the right to go after people. Yes. And I think in certain circumstances, absolutely. And yet, we have to live together as well. So, I think the better prepared we are in our surroundings with certain things, the less we struggle with decisions like that, right? Where then, do I have to do this? Now I have to do this? I'm being put in a position to have to go and accuse someone, right? Or be unhappy about someone because of my stuff. Yeah. I find it, one more thing, talk about that for a moment. Oh, you can't get in because tape goes right in the front here. Looks like toot this down. Not good. I have to check her leg, but I saw her walking yesterday. She seems okay. Gotta dump this out. So. Is he in? He is in. I've got to throw some corn out real quick. Then we get to the last thing. Yeah. Yeah, see, this too, if you're in a hurry, this video isn't for you. Got up. She's eating. Okay, good. Our piggies are getting older, too. This up because the flies are just having a bowl. As soon as I open, there we go. Okay, good. Good job. And we'll finish this up. early. Looks like it's gonna rain again. So how does one know when you're doing the right thing when it comes to all that? How protected do you feel? How protected do you feel your community is? Your family, your community, your state you live in, right? Country you live in. I see certain things happening in our country where I have to say, guys, you've lost the protection of our Lord in heaven. You really have. You've become a godless place. Not everywhere. I said, right? Certain places here in the United States. You've become a godless place. And you lost protection. And things now are just happening. So if you believe in the protection of the Lord, and you continuously try to educate your own character, then things are better. Things run more smoothly. Some things can't be prevented. But really, when it comes down to it, if you truly believe in God, or Heavenly Father, or Heavenly Parent, how's your life? How you doing? How's your family doing? How's your community doing? How's your state doing? We're going to get some more rain, which is great. We need it. We need more rain. We always need more rain, right? Because we depend on the rain, right? And the groundwater, right? Yes. To feed our home with water. Yes. So last thing, one more thing, then we're done. On how our characters truly come through over things we think are ours is when someone passes away and they have stuff. It is more sad for me to watch often the disunity and the hate and the this is mine, not yours. I want a fair share, blah, 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 over things they never worked for. Isn't really theirs. They're just inheriting. How relationships between brothers and sisters, even children and their parents, just fall apart because of things like that. After someone passes, that's more sad to me than the passing of the person. Sadly, I had to witness something I've never thought I would in our church, the Family Federation for World Peace. After True Father passed away, the children started to power struggle with their mother, True Mother. And, I mean, to me, this was cut and dry. Well, one of the spouses is still alive, so whatever, it belongs to that. If the mother would have first passed away, you think that power struggle would have happened with the father and the children? Some of them, not all of them. Would it? Right. You see? Yeah. So in these children's eyes, the ones that created all that havoc, and just defamed their mom, their mother is worth less than their father. Yet we're created equal in the image of God. Anywho, yeah, see? Yeah. That is probably the saddest thing when I have to watch that happening after someone passes away. And the character of people really comes out, doesn't it? Yes? Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to share this morning. Everybody came home safe from their night excursion. Oh, I'm going to let the boy off. Come on. Okay. Yeah, come on. Oh, yeah, free again. Come on. And I'm hot. I'm dripping sweat. Still got to take the manure out. God's love and blessings always. And I will talk to you another time.